In Russia, at least 6 people are dead and more than 20 others are wounded after a gunman opened fire at a university today. Around 3,000 students were believed to be on campus at Perm State University when the deadly attack took place. Russia's Interior Ministry says the shooter has been detained. During the shooting, some professors and students hid inside buildings. Others jumped out of windows to escape. CBS News foreign correspondent Imtiaz Tyab joins us now to break down this developing story. So, Imtiaz, I just laid out some details, but what more do you know?
Hey, Vlad, good to talk to you. Yeah, well, what we know is that a student armed with what is believed to be a hunting rifle opened fire on the campus of this university, which is around 800 miles east of Moscow. Now, in videos that have surfaced online of the mass shooting, we can see panicked students jumping from first and second floor windows and landing pretty heavily on the ground before running to safety. And in other footage, we see the image of a black-clad helmeted figure who could be seen walking along a campus sidewalk, cradling what looked to be a long-barreled weapon. Now, students on the scene have said that they had to barricade themselves in classrooms while the shooting was ongoing. And as we've been reporting, at least 6 people were killed and many, many more have been wounded. Vlad.
So, what are officials saying about the suspected gunman, Imtiaz?
So, according to investigators, the shooter was wounded after resisting arrest and is currently being treated in a nearby hospital. Other than that, we don't really have a motive for the shooting, bar what an investigator suggested that the shooter's actions had, and I'm going to quote here, that it didn't have anything to do with politics or religion, but that this investigator said that it was motivated by hatred. Whatever the case, local Russian media have identified the shooter as an 18-year-old man and have even broadcast some images of him on social media where he can be seen with a rifle, helmet, and ammunition. They've also shown an image of an online post that he made where he said, and I'm quoting here, "I've thought about this for a long time. It's been years, and I realized the time had come to do what I had dreamt of." Again, a quote allegedly from that shooter. Now, the post has since been taken down, and we still haven't received any independent verification on the photo or the post and whether or not it belonged to the suspected gunman. But again, Russian media pointing the finger squarely at this 18-year-old man.
And what's been the public reaction?
Well, understandably, people are pretty horrified and are no doubt trying to understand how so many people were killed and so many people were injured by this lone shooter in such a short period of time. And of course, they certainly have questions about how long it took for campus security to react and to what has been described as disabling or disarming this man who had this gun. But again, as we've been saying, a lot of shock in Russia today after this shooting.
And Imtiaz, this isn't the first such incident in Russia. A gunman killed 9 people at a school back in May. There have been several other mass shootings in recent years. What is the nature of the country's gun laws?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Earlier this year, we reported on another mass shooting where 8 people, 7 students and a teacher, were killed at a school in southwest Russia, with several others who were also injured in that attack. Now, that was Russia's deadliest school shooting since 2018, when a student at a college in the Russian-annexed Crimea region killed 20 people before turning his gun on himself. Now, following the May shooting, the Russian government increased the legal age for buying firearms from 18 to 21, but that law has yet to come into force. It should also be noted, Vlad, that Russia already has incredibly strict restrictions on civilian firearm ownership as it is. But with mass shootings only increasing in frequency, it appears more needs to be done to prevent more scenes like this and more tragedies like this. Vlad.
All right, Imtiaz reporting for us, Imtiaz Tyab in London. Thank you, Imtiaz. Appreciate it.